that over there. Looks like that's Hunt again. Inside to, oh, she's fouled there. Travel. Took an extra step there before the contact. We'll take that. So Peterson with the ball for the Grizz now, bringing it up the floor. She's met there by Jolly at the half-court line. Peterson on the wing to Iverson. Iverson takes it. Passes on top to Cowley Wilson.
Turnover.
That ball's taken away. Another turnover by the Grizz. That's taken away by Jolly. She misses the shot. That rebound's pulled down by Blackburn. Peterson
0-0.
On the wing to Wilson. Grizz are moving pretty good. I don't know that they've quite got into things here yet. I'd like to see them take over here and start working that offense. Good patience.
Oh,
turnover there by the Grizz. That's a third turnover of this game already with only less than 2 minutes gone by.
Looks like they're trying to set it up, but they not quite doing it right.
Little anxious there, little anxious. That's Jolly with the ball. She's on the wing to Carlson. Carlson's looking inside, back out to Miller on top. And Hunt with the ball there for him. She's guarded by Lauren Peterson. Eliza tries for a steal, that doesn't quite get it. Recovers well though, plays good defense. Inside to, that is Kirby Anderson, and she is fouled by Cowley Wilson, I believe. Will pick up her first personal. Yes, it is Cowley. So she picks up her first personal foul, sends Anderson to the line for 2. First one is up and good for Anderson. Second one is off the mark, no good. Rebound by Blackburn. Gets it over to Peterson. Peterson quickly across the half court. Had a lane there, was stopped, pulls it back out. Iverson drives the baseline, stepped on the line. Another turnover for the Grizz. That was a good move. She had the move under there. Looks like the Grizz are going to come out with some pressure on the Lady Buffs.
4 turnovers for the Grizz.
That's Hunt with the ball. They break that trap pretty easily. Miller standing down alone and gets the layup on there. Yeah, not the best way for our press to start there.
They broke the press.
Iverson across the top, over to Wilson. Wilson drives all the way to the hole, gets it to go, and the foul. Cowley Wilson.
Foul and 1.
Good aggressive move by Cowley Wilson. And that foul will be on Sierra Carlson for Greybull, and that is her first personal. Wilson to the line for the and 1.
Try to tie the game up at 3.
And that free throw's good. The Lady Grizz back in the press. 4:50 left here in the first quarter, and it's tied at 3. Grizz are working pretty good here on defense. They're playing tight. Miller comes up top. They get it. She pulls up for 3. That shot's no good. Rebound by Anderson, I believe. And the putback by, who put that back?
Number 5.
Was it 5? Okay, that was Carlson put that back in.
Higgins trying to drive, gets fouled. Reach. It's 3-5. The Grizz are behind. Inbound pass to Lauren Peterson. She dishes off to Higgins. Cowley Wilson, right wing. She drives, puts it up, miss. Iverson for the rebound, miss. Higgins for the rebound, makes it.
And
foul. 1.
Looks like that call is on.
Higgins.
He called 33 there or 3? Yeah, I thought it was 3. I couldn't tell if he did.
33.
That's her first personal. Higgins gets the and one. Good job there for Higgins. That puts the Grizzlies on top by a point, 6-5. Oh, that was blocked by Higgins on that. Anderson gets it.
Foul on the floor.
Calling that foul on the floor, so that basket will not count. That's called on Higgins. That's her first personal, I believe.
Peterson.
Oh, it was on Peterson, 25. Okay, I thought you said 35. Alex Powers checks into the game for the Buffs. Anderson shoots the three, no good. That ball's tipped out of bounds off of the Grizz. Greybull will keep possession. Powers to inbound to Jolly. Jolly on top to Miller. Miller over to Hunt. Back up top to Miller. Jolly with the ball. They're keeping that big girl out front quite often. That's inside to Anderson. She goes up against Blackburn, and that ball, that's no good. Rebound by Higgins. Higgins ahead to Iverson. Back on top to Peterson. Set up the offense here. There's a travel. That's another turnover on the Lady Grizz. Still in this press here, putting a little bit of pressure on them. Hunt with the ball, passes over to Jolly. Oh, and Jolly travels with that one. So there's a turnover for the Lady Buffs. Turn that back over to the Grizz. Blackburn set to inbound. Into Higgins.
She drives. Up and in.
Nice reverse layup. Didn't get that to go, but I think Miller's going to pick up her second personal on that. That's big. That's a big call there. So Higgins will go to the line for two for the Lady Grizz. First one's up, and it's good.
Higgins can really make the foul shots.
Yeah, she's a pretty good free throw shooter. I haven't seen her miss very many from the stripe, that's for sure. That second one is up and good also. Michaela Deniston will check in. Number 2 will check in for Miller after Miller picks up her second personal foul here in the first quarter. 2:59 left in the first quarter. Grizzlies lead it 8-5. There's a steal by Blackburn. Iverson puts it up and good. Pressure starting to work a little bit for him now. Well, Wilson's back. Hey, that's good. Good recover. They got the press broke, but the Lady Grizz hustled back in time. That ball is knocked away by Lauren Peterson there. Jolly set to inbound for the Buffs. That comes into Hunt. Hunt drives. She goes all the way to the basket, and she is fouled by Melissa Iverson, I believe. It'll be her first personal foul.
3-3, oh no, you're right, Iverson.
That's inside, and he is fouled there by Blackburn, I believe, on that. Yeah, Blackburn fouls. That is Kirby Anderson. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Kirby Anderson with 2 points already in the game. First one she misses. Second one is also no good. Rebound controlled there by Blackburn. Blackburn to Peterson. Peterson brings it up across half court. Set up the O for the Grizz again. Nice spin move and a pretty little jumper there by Lauren Peterson for 2. Pushes that to the free throw line. Little spin move and puts it in. Buffs break the press. That is blocked.
Good
nice block by Leslie Blackburn.
Oh, up the court.
Ahead to Wilson. Another, she misses that layup. And then that ball is knocked out of bounds by Wilson. Good play, good pass ahead. They looked down the floor real well, got that up, and couldn't quite finish that layup. Good hustle play here by the Lady Grizz. They break the press again. No one is back. The Grizz actually get
another
back.
block.
That was Eliza Higgins with that block.
Boy, that was a tough
But there's
block.
another turnover for the Grizz there as Eliza Higgins steps on the inline. So how many turnovers is that already in this first quarter for the Grizz? That's 6 turnovers for the Lady Grizz to only 1 for the Greybull Buffs. But the Grizz lead 12-5 with 1:55 left. Into Jolly. Jolly with the little jumper, no good. Rebound Wilson. Carly Linhart getting set to check in for the Lady Grizz. Peterson again with that penetration. Little dump to Blackburn. She misses, and we have a foul called on the Lady Grizz. That will be on Eliza Higgins. Is that her first foul? I believe that's Eliza's first foul.
That's her first. I'm missing one foul here, but we'll catch up here in a minute. 12-5, Grizz.
Set that press. Jolly set to inbound, having a tough time. Turnover. That is picked up by Peterson, and she is fouled by Hunt. Good defense by the Lady Grizz there.
Melissa Iverson kind of caused that, and Lauren picked up the slack.
She did. Melissa hustled over there, got in her way, and Lauren was able to take it away. Ball comes into Iverson. Around the top of the key. Inside to Wilson. She can't quite get that layup to go, and that ball is knocked out of bounds by Leslie Blackburn to the Lady Buffs. Again, the pressure set up here by the Grizz. Peterson on. They couldn't quite get that shot up. Peterson runs in front and picks that. What a steal by Peterson. That's another turnover for the Lady Buffs. Peterson up across the court. Iverson, good. On the wing there. Good shot just inside the three-point line. That's a 9-point lead now for the Lady Grizz as they lead with a minute left, 14-5. That ball is knocked out of bounds. That ball is tipped. It goes off of blue, turned back over to the Grizz. So that is the 4th turnover. Blackburn set to pass it in. Peterson the top. Wilson steps inside there. Nowhere to go with that ball as she's met by.
She needs to get out of that lane.
Yeah, get out of that lane. We don't need any violations here. Wilson with the jumper, no good. That's rebounded by Denniston for the Buffs. The pressure still applied by the Lady Grizz. And that ball is stolen and taken away by Leslie Blackburn, and she throws that away. That pass Carly Linhart couldn't quite handle that pass. A little wild on that one, but good hustle play. Inbound. Whoa, Denniston, little hop step there, and they caught that. So there's another turnover for the Buffs, back to the Lady Grizz.
It's 14-5 Grizz, and the press is really bothering the Greybull Buffaloes.
Yeah, it is. I wasn't sure it was going to bother them there at the first. The first couple of times they broke that, went right to the hoop. Yeah. That's an offensive foul on Wilson.
Tough call. Wilson's so close to doing it down there, and she just can't quite get her.
Yeah, she can. I think probably what happened there is as she turned, she kind of led with her shoulder and dislodged that player, and that's going to go offensive every time if you dislodge that player. But a tough call at the buzzer. I believe that was that Anderson? Was that 14? Anderson for 2 at the buzzer. So at the end of 1 here, the Greybulls have doubled, or the Grizzlies have doubled the score here. They lead the Buffs 14-7. We don't really have, we've got for Greybull, we've got Miller with 2 fouls. That's the only foul trouble there. And then we've got Anderson and Carlson each with 1. For the Grizz, Dave, what do we got there for the Grizz?
Melissa Iverson 1, Callie Wilson 1, Leslie Blackburn 1, Eliza Higgins 1, and I am off on 1, so we'll have to catch up.
We'll catch that up at the half and find out I don't believe anyone's in foul trouble, though. Peterson had 1 for the Grizz.
Okay, that must be it.
Peterson had 1 for the Grizz, so no foul trouble there at all for the Grizz, but everybody got 1. Yep. They're spreading the wealth there.
Yep, that's
taking
right.
Taking turns fouling, but that's all right. That's better than 1 taking all 4 of those.
That's the way to do it. So 7 turnovers for Rocky in the first quarter, and the press is really bothering the Buffaloes. They started off breaking it, but Rocky made an adjustment. And
yeah, now, they ended up with 6 turnovers, the Buffs did there, and Rocky was leading that category. Looks like Mandy Linhart checks in for the Lady Grizz. On the floor for the Buffs is Deniston, Hunt, Powers, and Miller. That's a turnover. That's a foul called on number 33, or on number 3, excuse me, Jessica Hunt. That's her first personal foul. I was too busy looking down on my paper and didn't see what happened there. I didn't expect something that quick.
I didn't help you out very much.
Peterson again on the drive, takes it all the way to the rack, puts it in for 2. Peterson, nice drive there by Lauren Peterson.
I think Peterson gets better every game.
She does. She's got to be one of the best ball handlers that I've seen play in 2A basketball this year.
She picked up
a little reach-in foul there, I believe. Yeah, Peterson picked up a little reach-in foul there. That's her second. Number 21, Lindsey Kern getting set to check in for the Greybull Buffs here. Buffs are in the bonus, so that sends Carlson to the line to shoot the 1-on-1. All right, Lady Grizz need to stop the fouling here for the rest of this quarter and make sure they don't get any more foul trouble and don't give up any of those cheap points at the free throw line. First one is up, and that is no good. Rebound by Higgins.
Good rebound by Higgins.
And that's a head to Peterson. A little too high for her there, but it's a good look. She was there just a little bit late and a little bit high, but that's a good look. Leslie's with the pressure. They break the press this time. Carly Linhart gets back.
Steals the ball.
Steals it. Good steal there by Carly. Peterson again with the ball. Comes across. She's met there. And that's on the wing to Carly Linhart. Up front to Mandy Linhart, the sophomore. On the wing to Peterson. Peterson takes it in again. Little shot up and good for Peterson. I think Peterson's hit 3 in a row. Hasn't missed one yet tonight. I like seeing that penetration, that drive and shoot or dish, whatever it happens. I haven't seen a lot of that this year, and boy, she's really on her game right now.
Yes, I believe
that's another turnover there by the Buffs on the travel call. (18-7), Rocky Mountain leads Greybull here with 6.5 left in the second period. On the wing to Mandy Linhart, down low to Higgins. Trying to work it into Blackburn, but it's not there. Higgins puts it on the floor and goes up with the left hand and gets fouled. I believe that foul will be on number 21. We'll see here in just a second. Yep, 21, that's Lindsey Kern, picks up her first. 5'6" junior.
That was a very aggressive move.
That was. Drove around her and went up with the left hand and got fouled. So Higgins back to the line for 2. Puts in the first one. So Jolly back into the game for the Grizz. She checks in for Deniston. Higgins for the second free throw. That one's up, and that one's good also. Well, Higgins with 5 for 5 from the charity stripe. Grizz lead 20-7 with 6:20 left to go.
Oh, yeah.
So that ball is tipped by Blackburn, but goes right back into the hands of Kern. Jolly at the top of the key. Hunt drives the lane, puts it up. That's no good. Rebound, fought for, and jump ball called. Mandy Linhart inside, hustling for that rebound. Ties Kern up. That's a jump ball. The possession arrow favors Rocky Mountain Lady Grizz. Rachel Allred checks into the game for the Grizz to give Blackburn a rest. So Peterson with the ball. Drives again to the hoop. Good pass inside to Mandy. She can't quite handle it, but she did get it. Out to Allred. Higgins on the drive, nowhere to go. Pass down inside to Peterson. Peterson with layup, up and good.
What a shot.
Nice feed from Liza Higgins and a nice shot by Peterson.
Man, she put that high up on the board and went right in there.
A lot of traffic in there. I was kind of surprised she got it up there. Mandy Linhart with the tip there. knocks it away. The ball will stay with Greybull. Anderson checks back in for the Lady Buffs. Hunt with the ball. She's met by Mandy Linhart.
Oh, and there's a foul.
There's a foul on Mandy. A little over-aggressive there. Tried to get switched, and she was just a hair quicker than I think that Mandy expected her to be, and got her. So
she's kind of smiling now.
Yeah, I think that was kind of a whoops foul. Well, that'll send Hunt to the line for the 1 and a bonus. 18 fouls on the Lady Grizz. That is no good. Missed another front end of the one-on-one there. Peterson with the ball after Linhart pulls down that rebound on the missed free throw. That was actually Carly Linhart that pulled that down. Inside to Higgins. What a look by Lauren Peterson. Nice pass. Higgins up for 2. Boy, she slipped inside that defense, and Peterson hit her with a perfect pass, and in it went. Anderson inside against Carly Linhart. Boy, Mandy's really playing some good defense out there.
Yeah, tough D.
Kern takes it to the rack and misses that, but she is fouled there by Rachel Allred. I believe that's her first personal assault. So Kern will go to the line to shoot 2. Next foul for the Lady Grizz. Every foul will be 2 shots. That's 9 team fouls for the Lady Grizz. Kern with the first one. That is no good. She has one more. Iverson checks back in for the Lady Grizz. Going to give Lauren Peterson a break here. Also Wilson being ready to set to check back in. She comes in for Carly Linhart.
Boy, Peterson needs a break, but she was flawless in that quarter.
Boy, she hustled all over the place, didn't she?
She has 8 points and several assists.
Kern, the second free throw is up, and that one is good. She gets the roll. So, Lady Grizz, Iverson will take the point now. She comes across half court, met by Hunt. Oh, and that's taken away by Hunt. Whoa. There she gets it into control. Pass to Kern. Turnover there for the Buffs. Back over to the Lady Grizz. Iverson up across the half court. Head to Allred. On the wing. A little deeper to Higgins. Higgins puts it on the floor, takes it to the hoop, and an easy 2. Kind of drove right by Anderson there and puts that one in for 2.
Boy, they're putting Anderson out on her, and she can't handle it.
She just goes right by her. Inside to Kern. That's 2 for Kern. So now with 4 minutes left to go in the second, we've got the Lady Grizz 26 and the Lady Buffs 10. On the wing to Allred. Allred down low to Higgins.
Oh.
And that's taken away there by Miller. Another turnover for the Lady Grizz. Miller bringing the ball up the floor. She's taken there by Higgins. Kern, that's Jolly. On the wing to Hunt. She's guarded by Mandy. Good screen there by Jolly. Takes it in. Pass back out. Lady Grizz are playing good defense. Greybull doesn't quite know where they want to go with that. That's tied up. That's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Lady Buffs. Denniston checks back in. Going to give Miller a rest here. Probably a good idea. Make sure she doesn't pick up her 3rd foul here in this first half. Also, number 5, that is Sierra Carlson, set to check back in again. She comes in to give Hunt a breather. Hunt's another one of those Lady Buffs. She deserves a breather now. She's been all over that court also. A couple of steals and some hustle plays on her. That ball is actually tipped out of bounds there. Turnover for the Buffs. Iverson with the ball, brings it across midcourt. Pass inside to Higgins again. Higgins just too much inside right now. Their little dump pass on that wing, and she turns and no one can keep up with her. And she drives in and puts that in for 2.
28-10 Grizz. 3 minutes left in the second quarter.
That is Kern. That ball's taken away by Wilson. Wilson already brings it across. She's met there by Denniston. On the wing to Mandy Linhart. Oh, in and out, won't go. Jump ball, tie up there on the rebound. Possession arrow favors the Lady Grizz. Brianna Hawker checks into the game for Mandy Linhart.
Coach Betcher yelling out some offense. Oh, it's getting a little wild. They're rolling on the floor for the ball.
Turn on. We're not even going to call that just a possession. I don't even know what to call
Cowley,
that. Cowley Wilson for 2, and that's what counts, right?
Yeah, she starts finishing then, they'll really be in trouble.
Yeah. So we've got in the game is Gallegos. She is checked in for Greybull. Higgins with the rebound, ahead to Wilson. Wilson on the break. To the left hand, and it is good. Cowley Wilson.
Nice looking left-handed lane.
Grizz are opening this one up now with 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Is 32-10. Rocky Mountain Lady Grizz all over the Buffs. That is a bank shot there by Carlson.
Nice bank
free throw
shot.
line banker. So picks up 2 there. I'm missing a foul here somewhere on the Buffs. I'm showing 16 fouls, and they have 7, so I know I missed one. Higgins perhaps another rebound, puts it in. Boy, with Miller on the bench, she's just too much inside for the rest of the Lady Buffs.
The Buffs
steal there.
Yep.
Ahead to Iverson. Iverson for the layup, and that is good. Lady Grizz 36, Lady Buffs 12. That is Anderson for 3, misses.
Uh-oh.
Higgins with the rebound, ahead to Wilson. Wilson ahead, and she throws it away.
She kind of didn't catch it quite cleanly, and then she tried to make up for it, and it didn't quite work out. She probably should have just.
Even drove to the basket and made that defender kick. They had a 2-on-1, and it was a right idea, just didn't quite happen. So Denniston brings the ball across here for the Buffs. She's met there by Blackburn. Jolly now picks up her dribble. Iverson all over Jolly. Anderson takes it in. She tries to force that pass in, and there's nowhere to go with that pass, and it's taken away by Blackburn. Ahead to Wilson.
Oh, Wilson's tough in there.
Yep.
Wow.
Anderson tried to step in there and take that charge, but Wilson sidestepped enough, and she had to move into her, so that's a blocking foul on Anderson. That's going to be, I believe that's her second personal foul. Send Wilson to the line to shoot.
She kind of split the 2 defenders and drew the flip foul.
And Wilson hits the first on the 1-on-1, so she'll get a second shot.
Boy, the Grizz are turning the offense up.
Boy,
nearing
that
the 40
second quarter
mark.
was, whew. 34 seconds remaining. Wilson misses the second free throw. Rebound by Blackburn. Over to Hawker for 2. 39-12. Lady Grizz with 27 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jolly brings the ball across the midcourt. Met there by Iverson. Denniston guarded by Blackburn. Jolly on the wing. Denniston from the top of the key. She throws that one up short. Rebound by Iverson.
That was a nice block out.
That just goes to show you can block out wherever you're on the floor. Iverson from 3 with 2 seconds left. Doesn't get it to go, but that's the last shot of the half. So we end the first half with the score of the Lady Grizz 39, Lady Buffs 12. I need to check the fouls. I was off on one. I show 17 fouls. I know I just missed one in my recording here for the Lady Buffs. But we've got Carlson for the Lady Buffs with 5 points. She leads the Buffs. Anderson has 4, and Lindsey Kern has 3 to total the 12 points for the Buffs. Dave, what do we got for the Grizz?
Well, the Grizz, a lot of scoring. Melissa Iverson with 6. Brianna Hawker with 2. Callie Wilson with 8. Lauren Peterson with 8. And Eliza Higgins with 14.
Eliza turned it on there in the second half. She really turned it on there in the second quarter and put some points on the board. She also got quite a few steals. She got quite a few rebounds, and Liza she stepped it up in that second quarter. along with Lauren Peterson. There again, you know, this senior leadership that these Lady Grizz have out there on the floor is unbelievable. I mentioned earlier in the game, but you know, I've watched a lot of basketball in our 2A conference over the last several weeks, and I don't know that there's a better guard in 2A basketball than Lauren Peterson.
Yes.
She can go both ways. She sees the floor real well. She plays strong defense, and you know, that comes with a lot of experience. I believe she's been playing quite a bit since she was a sophomore, even at the varsity level, and that helps to get that kind of experience. So, and then of course Liza Higgins, Leslie Blackburn, you know, and Melissa Iverson, who valuable assets to this Rocky Mountain Lady Grizz team, along with Cowley Wilson, who's just a youngster, just a sophomore, but plays a lot more with a lot more maturity than a sophomore.
Yes,
she continues to improve.
You were talking about Lauren. She just seems like she's gotten better every game. She's tough all around. You know, perhaps in the past her main flaw was getting in foul trouble, and that was just playing good aggressive defense. And it still may happen here and there, but you know, she's got 2 fouls, and it seems like in the past she'd have 3 about halfway through the second quarter. It's something I think she talked to her dad, she's improved on, and man, she's an asset. She really breaks down the defense. And Eliza Higgins, I mean, our bigs, our 3 bigs are just tough. They're, you know, in volleyball, I got the opportunity to watch on the way back from our game in Casper. I got the opportunity to watch a state championship game, and man, they just showed power and strength and experience, and they're carrying it right into the basketball season. I believe they're 13-2.
Yes, yeah, that's what I think so too. I think they've lost the 2 games, one to Tongue River and then to Powell. I think those are the only 2 losses of the game.
And I believe they were ahead to Tongue River by around 10, and I wasn't at the game, but I believe they kind of lost a heartbreaker there. And Powell, they were ahead right at the very end, and Powell kind of in a thriller tied it up and won on Powell's court. So that would have been a big impressive win at Powell. And it's just, you can't say enough. I tell you, we have a really good game coming up next Thursday. Lovell, Rocky travels down to Lovell, and big conference foe, and Lovell, I think 1 or 2 in the state. And Rocky's right there, I believe right behind them, somewhere there, and that is going to be a game. And it's kind of a matchup of 2 different teams. Rocky kind of has the power and the strength inside, and then Iverson and Lauren out there in front. Lovell has a bunch of guards that all kind of look the same. I believe you have a relative on that team.
I do. Yeah, they've got some shooters, that Lady Bulldog team. You know, they can shoot the rock from outside, and it'll definitely be it's a big week. It's a big couple of weeks for the Lady Grizz, with conference game tonight and also a conference game tomorrow night against Riverside, and then, like you say, next week they've got Lovell, and we're in the meat of the season right now. I mean, this is fun. This is where it gets fun, when you get into this conference play, and they're playing for position. They're fighting for tournament seeds and everything else. And I'll tell you what, I think these Lady Grizz have shown up to play tonight, and they're showing everyone here that came to watch here at Rocky Mountain High School, and also those that are watching from the comfort of their own home. They're showing that they're ready to play some basketball. And it's you know, I've had the opportunity. I've missed one home game that I didn't get to announce, but I've had the opportunity to announce these games and to watch these girls, and they are a fun team to watch. They are well coached. Ryan Betcher, he's a great coach. I think he's doing a lot of good things for these girls. Today's a great game. He's getting a lot of opportunities to get some bench people in here and get some of them important minutes, because you know, Coach, as well as I do, when you get down there in tournament games and those type of things, anything can happen, and a lot of times it comes down to those bench players, you know, giving you some minutes, whether it's spelling some, you know, there's a lot of games in a short number of days, and whether they're resting, you know, those players, or whether there's some foul trouble or whatever it may be, it is very valuable to have that bench that's got some experience and can play in these games. So I like this opportunity that they have to let these younger girls in and see some time here, and they're performing very well. They haven't, you know, this bench comes in and they have not missed a beat. Turning them, they're still getting turnovers and making the shots and rebounding and just performing very well and playing very well, all of them. So, fun team to watch.
Yes.
We're going to take just a couple minutes here. We got about 4 minutes left, but we need to run grab a drink of water. We're going to take just a few minutes here, and we'll be back for the second half action.
We can back down. Okay, yeah. I think you're doing good.
This doesn't matter, that does. Me too. Okay, we're getting set here for second half action. During that break there I took, went and got a drink of water, but I also talked to the bookkeeper over here, and Jessica Hunt was that foul I was missing for the Lady Buffs. She has 2 personal fouls, so that gets us back to where I believe we've got all the stats right now. So fouls for the Lady Buffs: Jessica Hunt with 2, Sierra Carlson with 1, Kirby Anderson with 2, Lindsay Kern with 1, and the big girl inside, Jackie Miller, with 2. Getting set here to start. Buffs to inbound. Grizz leading 39-12. And that is Hunt with the ball. She's met by Peterson. Peterson with that defense again, pokes that ball out of bounds. Good defense there by Lauren Peterson.
Oh, what a play.
Wow. Wow, what do you say to that other than wow? He jump stopping. There's Wilson for 2.
Nice shot.
You
Nice
think she
play.
listened to me, or you think she just did that? I ran into Cowley in the hallway there at halftime, and joking with her to take it to the rack, and her first time she touches the ball, drives in and shoots too.
Nice shot.
It was a good play. Black setup though by that steal from Blackburn. She went up and blocked that shot with both hands and just grabbed it and pulled it right in.
And defense is just getting to the Buffs. They're having a tough time.
Yeah, Cowley got her on that one.
Looks like Miller, or is Miller 33?
Yes.
It looks like Miller really wants to do something over here, but they can't quite get it to her.
So that's a foul on Wilson. I don't know how, that's her third personal foul on Cowley Wilson. Didn't need that right off the bat, but that's all right. Play smart here and we'll be okay.
Oh.
Taken away by Iverson. Turnover by the Buffs. That is the Buffs' 13th turnover in this game. That is taken by Iverson. Wilson with the ball on the wing. Rocky being very patient here. They're setting up the offense. They're looking for just the right play, it looks to me like. Back up top to Peterson. Peterson penetrates again, gets inside, gets it up to go.
What a shot.
She is 5 for 5 tonight for 10 points, Lauren Peterson.
She kind of hung in the air and put it right up over her, about a 6-foot jumper.
Yeah. Jolly tries to answer, can't get it to go. I believe that's tipped out of bounds on, yeah, it was off of Wilson. I couldn't tell if Hunt got in there or not, but it looked to me like Wilson did get that.
It was tough.
So Hunt inside there to, that is Carlson. And that ball goes out of bounds again off the Lady Grizz. Carlson to set to inbound for the Lady Buffs. She just gets it into Jolly in the corner. Jolly penetrates, goes up with the shot, but she's met there by 3 Grizz. Blocked again by Leslie Blackburn.
They're just too big in there.
Peterson pulls it in off of that block. And again, Peterson takes it down. Nothing there that time. Kicks it back out to Higgins. Higgins over to,
give and go.
Good give and go, but she, too many steps there.
Couldn't quite handle the ball.
Yeah, too many steps. Turnover for the Lady Grizz. Turnover number, how many is that? How many turnovers is that for the Grizz?
1 in the third. I probably missed a couple, but we had 7 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third so far.
So 10 turnovers.
10, yep.
Hunt penetrates. She's met by Blackburn. Blocked again.
Oh, Hunt.
Tied up. That was a good move by Hunt to tie that up after the block. But
she's feisty. She's a tough defender, plays tough. She's really good on defense and handles the rock for them. They just get in there and the big girls really disrupt her.
Blackburn, that's 3 blocks for Blackburn here, and we're not even 3 minutes gone yet in this second half. Looks like Allred has checked back in for the Lady Grizz. Give Wilson who'd she check in for? She checked in for Iverson.
I believe that's Lauren's first miss of the night.
That was. Who picked up that foul? I believe that was on Hunt. That's her 3rd personal foul on Hunt. Sends Higgins to the line for 2. We've got Kern and Powers set to check in for the Lady Buffs after this first free throw, which is good, by the way. Eliza Higgins puts that in. 5:07 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Lady Grizz 44, Lady Buffs 12. Higgins to the line to shoot 1 more. That one is up, and that one is good also. 7 for 7 free throws, Eliza Higgins. 45-12, Lady Grizz leading. Jolly with the ball, a little spin move there on Blackburn. Tries to get it inside to Deniston, and that is out of bounds. Turnover, Lady Buffs. Turnover number 14. That is 2, I believe, in this half.
Allred out on the wing. Oh, Lauren, what? Oh,
Whoa.
She saved it. She saved the ball. That was a good save. Cowley up strong, kind of gets hit. Loses it.
Inside, there's a foul on Kern. Her 2nd personal foul. Buffs yet to score in this second half. with 4:39 left, and the Buffs have not scored yet. Wilson will take a break as Carly Linhart checks in for her. Blackburn inbounds to Higgins. Higgins goes right by him and misses the layup. Oh, I'll bet she wishes she had that one back. She went left and went right by two defenders and couldn't quite finish that layup with the left hand. But Allred for three.
Ooh.
That's no good. Blackburn with another rebound, puts it up. That won't go. Rebound fought over there and taken in by Anderson for the Lady Buffs.
Boy, that first step of Higgins is something. She just went
Wow.
right around him.
She did. She blew right by her. Inside to Anderson. Anderson puts it up. She's fouled there by Blackburn. So Anderson will go to the line to shoot two.
Anderson misses the first. 45-12, 4:06 left in the third period. Brianna Hawker checks in for Leslie Blackburn. Blackburn's defense is something else in there. She gets up there and just, they cannot get it over her.
Yeah, they can't. I'll tell you what, that was pretty amazing. Missed that second free throw there by Anderson. Their free throw shooting has not been very well. I would assume that
a good drive by
that's another
Brianna
turnover
Hawker.
there by the Lady Grizz. I hope they can continue to play hard here. Sometimes with a big lead like this, it's hard to keep focused and play, but we'll see. So far so good. I just don't like to see these games get sloppy.
Yep.
Both teams still working hard, it looks to me like.
Oh, 3 seconds.
We've got a 3-second violation on the Lady Buffs for turnover number 3 of this half. And that is 15 for the game. That ball is off the Buffs. It will stay to the Grizz. Bounced off the official there. Oh, actually, that's off of the Grizz. Off of our Rocky Mountain alumni, Greg Rail.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that all worked out, but
I think Rachel tried to get it back and tipped it, and when she turned around to go for it, the official that was in the rocking chair there was in the way, which is just part of the game. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Rebound fought there and pulled down by Hawker on that one.
Good rebound.
You know, we haven't mentioned these officials tonight at all, Dave, and you know that's usually what you want as an official, is to not be mentioned.
Yeah.
They've, I think they've done a really good job. They've controlled the game. Just they've kept it real well.
They're letting the players play, and
yep,
that's what you want.
Kern picks up her third personal foul there for the Lady Buffs. Inbound to Higgins. Higgins looked for Carly coming back in. She goes up strong. Can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Anderson.
Boy, she's
I think
tough.
Higgins wanted a foul on that one, but I'm not sure that she looked to me like she went straight up. I don't know that it. Anderson with the shot, can't get it to go. I believe that foul is on. That's on Carly Linhart.
Carly Linhart.
That's probably her first, isn't it?
I believe so.
We
Carly.
called her name yet?
Yeah.
That is her first personal. Anderson to the line for two. Can't get that one to go either. We have number 3, Hunt, checks back in for the Buffs. Also Gallegos, and also number 5, that is Sierra Carlson.
You know, one thing we need to mention, Rachel Allred, she's a sophomore. She's in there. Brianna Hawker's in there. She's a sophomore. And Cowley Wilson's a sophomore.
And Mandy Linhart's a sophomore.
Mandy Linhart's a sophomore. So we have 4 sophomores and a senior in there. And so it shows you what we have for the future, too. They're really coming along here.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting here at Rocky Mountain.
It is. It is. Miller checks back in for Anderson for the Lady Buffs. That ball is just tipped out of bounds down there on a good defensive hustle. Into Mandy. Mandy drives the lane, has a little jumper and can't quite get it to go. Gets her own rebound. Whoops, a little behind the board there. Miller pulls that rebound in for the Lady Buffs. Coast to coast.
Yeah.
Miller brings the ball up. She actually moves fairly well and handles that ball good for a big girl. Puts that in for 2. That's her. I've got that as her first bucket of the game. And that's, boy, the Grizz have played some good defense. That's her with 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and that's her first points of this game.
She's a good player. You can tell she knows what she's doing, and she's big.
She is. That shot's no good. Rebound by Hawker. Hunt, again, all over on the defense. Boy, she is a hustler. You hit it right, Coach, when you mentioned that earlier. And there's Blackbird from the top of the key there, just inside the three-point lane.
I believe that's her first 2 of the night, but you would think she'd have about 10, but I think she has about 10 rebounds.
I think you're right, and blocks also. With a minute and a half left in the third,
Good
it's
hustle by
47-14. Another turnover there, taken away by Hawker.
Good hustle by Brianna.
Oh!
Threw it away.
She sneaked back in and stole it back. That was Hunt.
Or Hunt, yeah.
And I think Mandy Linhart, that was one of those little retaliation fouls. How dare you steal it from us?
Yeah. You know, one thing about it's nice to watch is the aggressiveness, and Mandy definitely is aggressive.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
It is.
That's what the Grizz need.
Yep. Peterson and Iverson back into the game here for the Grizz. Miller at the top. Surprised Buffs haven't tried to set up some plays to get her the ball a little more often. She can shoot that from outside. I've watched him play over in Greybull against Riverside, and I think she had probably 3 3-pointers in that game, as well as a dominating force inside against the Riverside Lady Rebels. So she is a good player.
Who won that game?
Lady Buffs did.
The Buffs? In a close one?
It was fairly close. I think the Buffs won by, it was single digits. It was a fairly close game all the way through. But there was a jump ball there tied up, and that possession favored the Buffs on that. Iverson gets her. Just that step got just a little too quick, and it was a good hustle to try to get back there, but Iverson fouls Carlson. He'll send her to the line for 2. I believe that's Iverson's second foul is all. Yes, it looks like it is.
I get to watching the game and forget to.
Carlson steps up to the line for 2. First one's good. Again, Carlson is the high point. She has the most points there for the Lady Buffs. And the second one is good also. So Carlson now with, 7 points for the Lady Buffs. Brings the score to 47-16 with 20 seconds remaining.
Oh.
Lauren Peterson, wow.
Looked like
she got fouled on that one, but that's all right, no call. And there's the rebound by Carlson, and she goes back and steals it back.
Wow.
Good hustle, Lauren Peterson, and then she's fouled by Hunt.
She even knocked it away and saved it before it went out of bounds.
Yeah. I believe that's Hunt's third personal. Peterson again, 7 seconds remaining here. Grizz hopefully will hold for the last shot here. Good pass inside. Cowley Wilson, we got 2 seconds left. She goes up for the shot. No good. Tipped away. That was a good defensive play there by Powers for the Lady Buffs. So the Buffs are getting ready to send in a whole new 5 here of Deniston, Jolly, Kern, Anderson, and number 51, Sarah Bachman, will check in for her first appearance in this game. That's the end of 3 now, with the Lady Grizz leading 47-16. I'm not sure what the Grizz could have done better tonight, Coach.
Yeah.
Their press worked well. They played half-court defense well. They've just hustled all over the place. Peterson, Higgins, Wilson, Black. I mean, I could just go right down every one of them. Outstanding games on both sides of the ball. I just saw a lot of hustle out there tonight from the Lady Grizz, and they ran the offense effectively, got it inside.
I believe they're getting ready for the stretch run coming on right up.
Yep.
They're starting to kind of hit on all cylinders. Sure impressed with the overall play.
Yeah. We still have a quarter to go here. Whoop. That's turnover for the Grizz. I think Wilson thought Peterson was going to keep coming, and Peterson saw the defense and went to cut back, and they just kind of miscommunicated on that one. That's 6 turnovers in the second half for the Lady Grizz, which is, I'm sure, something that Coach Betcher would like to see not happen quite as much as it does. And there's a foul on the rebound on Denniston, I believe, picked that up. Yeah, that's her first personal on the rebound. Kind of hooked Iverson there. Just kind of happens under the basket there when you're fighting for rebounds. Peterson with the ball. Mandy Linhart on the wing, looks underneath.
Tough pass to catch there.
Ooh, a foul there on, oh, she's on the line. Okay, they're rolling around there as they're looking for a jump, and then the Greybull girl went away, and then she rolled on the line. So turnover for the Lady Grizz there. Kind of a tough break. Denniston picked up by Peterson. Peterson won't even hardly let her.
She's having a hard time.
There she takes it. There goes Lauren. Another layup for Lauren Peterson off the steal. I don't know how many steals that is. I
should have kept.
We need to get us a statistician over here, Dave, to keep track of those things.
Yeah.
I get watching the game so much and can hardly keep up with points and fouls.
Yeah.
And turnovers. Well, that's another turnover there for the Lady Buffs.
Oh, bad pass. Almost a turnover there. Blackburn entering into Peterson. Oh, she got the ball stole.
Whoops. Peterson smiles as she gets up with that one, thinking, whoops, didn't mean to do that.
Looks like she could be a hair winded, but she's been hustling so much. Maybe that's expected.
She's been all over the floor, hasn't she?
Yeah.
There's Jolly, pulls up for that little jumper, no good.
We got a foul underneath.
I think Wilson kind of gave her a push as they went up for the rebound there. That's Cowley's 4th foul.
I think that could be a little deceiving. Sometimes Wilson gets down in there and they kind of run into her and go the other way, and she gets called for the foul. But
yeah.
she's
Anderson
tough.
misses that. No good. Rebound pulled in by Peterson ahead to Blackburn. Blackburn up.
Oh, tough.
She is fouled by Denniston. So Blackburn will go to the line to shoot 2. Higgins set to check back in for the Grizzlies. Carlson and Miller set to check back in for the Lady Buffs. Got shooting 2 here. Subs will sit for the first shot. Be permitted to enter after the first shot is up. And that's good for Blackburn. Also, number 24, McKenna Powers checks in for the Lady Buffs. Coach Rage going to his bench in this game also. Get some younger kids some experience at this varsity level. Blackburn to the line to shoot the second of the pair of free throws, and that one's good. 6 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter with the Rocky Mountain Lady Grizz 51, Greybull Buffs 16. I'll tell you what, Rocky Mountain's defense here in this second half has been just outstanding. 2 minutes now gone by here in the 4th quarter, and the Buffs have scored 4 points.
Yes.
And it's due to just the hustle of these Lady Grizz on their defense. I mean, Leslie Blackburn's had 3 blocks and several rebounds and turnovers, and Mandy Linhart gets inside on Miller, who's afraid to do a whole lot with those 3 personal fouls, and puts in the 2.
That was a good drive by Hunt. Bounced
Turnover.
off the leg there and went out.
Boy, the Buffs with 20 turnovers in this game. I showed 20 turnovers in the game. 8 here in the second half. So Hawker checks back in for Blackburn. Give her a rest. Also Allred back into the game. Boy, good pass. Peterson sees that floor very
Nice
well.
move.
Another little jumper. Can't get it
Good
to go.
rebound by Hawker. They're trying to deal with her, but
Higgins gets it to go, and the foul, I believe that foul is going to go on Sarah Bachman. I don't believe, oh, they did call that on Miller. That's her 4th personal. They were both there. I couldn't quite tell who got her, and I thought for a minute he may call it on Miller. Jolly set to check back in for Hunt. Anderson comes back in for Miller after picking up her 4th. Higgins to the line for the and 1.
I think she's shooting for
Also, Powers is checking in for the Lady Buffs. You know, I'll tell you what, Coach, I've liked to see with these younger girls that have checked into the game for the Grizz. Boy, they're not afraid to be aggressive.
No.
Allred and Linhart and also Hawker, they go right in there and they're taking that shot up. They're not holding anything back. They're playing Grizz basketball, and it doesn't matter who's on the floor.
Higgins, I believe, is 8 of 8.
She hasn't missed a free throw.
And she has 20 points.
Anderson gets that one to go.
Good play by the Buffs.
That's 6 points for Kirby Anderson.
Oh, well,
whoops.
Oh, turnover. Turnover by Rocky.
Yeah.
Melissa couldn't quite handle that ball. She's 7 in the first. I might have missed 1 or 2 in the second, but I have down to 2. And then we got about 8 this half. Quite a few turnovers, but we'll work on that.
You know, those turnovers don't seem to be, you don't dwell on those near as bad when you're leading 56 to 18.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is an issue to look at when you get in those tighter games. You got to make sure you don't turn it over so much, but there's another foul by Iverson.
All you Buffs fans out there, I don't mean to say we. It's kind of my first time doing this, so try not to be biased. So don't mean to say we. It's fun to do this, and Dave Banks asked me to do it, and hopefully everybody's happy.
That free throw is no good there on those for Carlson. Inside to Allred, just what we're talking about. What a pass from Hawker to Allred for 2.
Great shot. She put that high up on the backboard.
She did.
Boy, they finished tonight, don't they? They're finishing shots. Finishing
they're not
opportunities.
There's no letdown here either.
No.
You know, we're not seeing sloppy play. With 3.5 left, basically 3:40 left to go here. Oh, Lauren
kind of got
reached in there and picked up a little.
There.
It's her 3rd personal is all. She's done a good job tonight of staying out of foul trouble.
Yes.
You know, that's just her 3rd personal tonight with 3:42 left in the game, and it's 58-18 favoring the Lady Grizz. Bachman checks back in for the Lady Buffs. Jolly to the line to shoot the free throws. I believe it's 1 and a bonus. First one is up, no good. Boy, no block out there from the Grizz. Anderson grabs that, can't get it to go. That one's pulled down by Allred. Allred to Peterson. Peterson to Hawker. You know, Hawker's made some good moves, some good passes tonight she's made. She's taken that little step dribble, made that defense commit, and dumped it in there several times now. Great play by the sophomore Brianna Hawker. Gets that one into Iverson for the 2. Bachman with the rebound, put back, no good. Anderson with the box out.
They're fighting under there, they're getting it.
No block out here from the Lady Grizz on this exchange here.
The Buffs were battling under there, they just
there
couldn't quite put it in.
Coach Betcher gave him a little, hey, you need to get under there and box out. This game's not over yet speech there as they were coming back down the floor. Ball's tipped out of bounds as Iverson tried to get it inside. Hunt and Denniston check back in for the Lady Buffs, as well as Mandy Lenhart for the Lady Grizz, as Lauren Peterson gets a well-deserved rest. I would imagine she will be done for the night. I can't say enough about her play tonight. So many assists and steals and points to go along with that. Just been the general out there.
Yeah, if we had an MVP, pretty hard to decide on something like that because they all deserve it. But Lauren had a heck of a game. I think she had 12 points, and she just did a ton of hustle and assists and dishing off. And Liza has a big game going, about 20 points. Cowley, Leslie, she was a heck of a if we had to give a defensive MVP, she'd probably get that.
Yeah, Hunt gets her first free throw to go on that one-on-one on the foul on Iverson as she picked up her 4th personal foul. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go, 60-19, Rocky Mountain Lady Grizz all over the Lady Buffs tonight here at Rocky Mountain High School. Second shot does not go. Rebound pulled in by Carly Linhart. Yeah, it's hard to pick an MVP. You know, these girls just play so well as a team, and, you know, any given night, any one of those girls could be a difference maker. Actually, more than any one of them. Usually it's 2 or 3 of them that are difference makers.
How about Melissa Iverson? She's
too.
Something. Boy, she just the whole game going.
Yeah.
Full bore. She plays. I believe she's one of their best defensive players out on the top there.
She is a scrapper. There's no 2 ways about it. And I believe that was Bachman that got that to go for the Buffs with 1:45 remaining, 62-21, Lady Grizz.
The crowd's starting to fill in, and you can tell they're all paying attention to the game. They like the way the Lady Grizz and the Lady Buffs are playing the game, and it's just a fun game to watch. Like you said, it's not sloppy, and
yeah, they've done really well.
Basketball.
All red for 3 from the outside. Just a little short on that one.
Good rebound. Oh.
Taken away there on the rebound by Denniston for the Buffs. 1:14 remaining in this one. And I think everybody's ready to just kind of have this one go in the books.
Yes.
Pretty good crowd here tonight, as you mentioned. It's
good dish.
Both.
Oh.
That was Carly. Went up on a good pass there. I believe that was all red that threw that pass in there.
It was all red.
She's fouled by Denniston. Denniston picks up her 3rd personal foul. Powers set to check back in for the Buffs with exactly 1 minute remaining. Also Jolly and Powers. McKenna Powers and Alex Powers. Check in for Hunt, Anderson, and Bachman.
Carly missed the first free throw, a little short.
Second one. That one's nothing but net.
Made that one.
A minute remaining. Jolly with the ball for the Buffs. Rocky Mountain leads 63-21.
Oh, good screen by 21.
That was.
Melissa ran into a wall there.
That's Kern for 2.
Good shot by Kern. Good shot from out in the wing.
I'm sure they're wondering where that was all night. The Lady Buffs. They made that one look kind of easy. She kind of went underneath and popped out on that wing. The ball hit her just right, and she put it in for 2.
Oh, they're
good hustle
trying
by.
To keep it in.
Good hustle to save that. Jump ball. That's a tie up.
Battling for the ball over
there. That
there.
is a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Lady Buffs. 23 seconds remaining in this one. Grizz by 40, 63-23. Jolly with the ball, net there. That is Powers, that is Alex Powers, misses. Iverson with the rebound, 7 seconds, that's taken away by,
got a little foul there.
McKenna Powers. Iverson didn't like that steal.
No, she
3.8 left to go in this one, and McKenna Powers will go to the line for 2 as Melissa Iverson fouls out of the game with 3.8 seconds left. Kind of a little cheesy smile on her face there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Wilson will check back in for this final 3.8 seconds. Again, McKenna Powers to the line to shoot the 2. The first one is away, and it is short and off the rim and no good. She'll have one more. Grizz just want to get a rebound here and just hold it. Second one is up. That one is no good. Rebounded by the Buffs. The putback's up, no good. Fought for it, and there is the final buzzer. And the final score here tonight, for the girls basketball team is Rocky Mountain 63, Greybull Buffs 23. Greybull finishes players. Jessica Hunt has 1 point. Sierra Carlson has 7 points. Kirby Anderson 6 points. Lindsay Kern 5 points. Jackie Miller 2 points. And Sarah Bachman 2 points. The Buffs ended up turning the ball over 20 times tonight. For the Lady Grizz, Coach, what do we got there? We've got
Mandy Linhart 2, Melissa Iverson 10, Carly Linhart 1, Brianna Hawker 2, Rachel Allred 2, Callie Wilson 10, Lauren Peterson 12, Leslie Blackburn 4, and a lot of defense, and Eliza Higgins 20. And very nice game to watch, fun game to watch. Want to wish the Lady Buffs good luck in the rest of the season. They have some really nice hustling players. The Miller girls tough down low.
She just didn't have a great game tonight for some reason. The Grizz just kind of took her out of her game, and she only ended up finishing the game with 2 points, as we mentioned. She got in foul trouble a little bit early there. I don't think she could really get things going. She didn't foul out. She stayed in the game, but you know, I just can't say enough about the way that these Lady Grizz played basketball tonight on both ends of the floor. I mean, the defense was swarming. The press they didn't look back on that press. It worked just exactly like I think Coach wanted it to. They beat it a couple of times, you know, for layups early, but then the Grizz turned it on, and that's where they ended up getting that big lead, as they, you know, those steals off of that press and turned those into layups and easy baskets, and just jumped right out. Eliza Higgins had an excellent game offensively and defensively. Too quick underneath there for the Lady Buffs. I mean, she'd put the ball on the floor, and boy, that first step, and she was by him and was either fouled or was in there for the layup. Lauren Peterson, again, you know, I don't know how many assists she had. I lost count. Steals, rebounds, just hustle plays that she did. She was a general out there tonight for the Lady Grizz. She controlled that. And then, as you mentioned before, Leslie Blackburn on the defensive end, block shots and rebounds, and she's the reason, I believe, she's one of the reasons Miller had 2 points.
Yes.
Leslie Blackburn just played her very well. Callie Wilson with a big game, both ends of the court. Mandy Linhart, all the Grizz that played the game. Melissa Iverson, you know, boy, she gets a lot of hustle points in the right place at the right time, steals and points, and a fun team to watch.
Yeah, you can tell Rocky's getting confidence, and they're having fun out there, and it's going to be exciting following them down the stretch. So.
It will be. We travel to Riverside to Basin tomorrow night to face the Rebels. Both the girls and boys teams, I believe, will be playing in Basin tomorrow night. So hopefully we can get a good supporting cast down there to watch that game. If not, I don't know, I believe you can tune into the